Pakistan, a country of over 240 million people, is home to breathtaking mountains, vibrant bazaars, and a rich culture that dates back thousands of years. But behind the beauty lies a harsh reality, one of grinding poverty, political instability, and a vast underground network of crime that touches every level of society. This documentary delves deep into the unseen side of Pakistan, the struggles of ordinary citizens and the dark world of underground crimes that thrives in the shadows. In the slums of Karachi, Pakistan's largest city and financial hub, life is a daily battle for survival. Entire families live in makeshift homes made of tin and plastic, often without running water or electricity. Children scavenge in garbage heaps looking for plastic or scrap to sell, earning barely enough for a single meal. With limited access to education and healthcare, millions are trapped in an endless cycle of poverty from birth. This environment of deprivation becomes fertile ground for criminal syndicates and extremist recruitment. When young people see no future in honest work, they become vulnerable to the pull of gangs, drug lords, and even militant groups offering money and purpose. In neighborhoods where the government's presence is weak, local mafias often fill the void, offering protection in exchange for loyalty or silence. Pakistan's underground economy is vast and deeply entrenched. From counterfeit goods to smuggling, illegal gambling to human trafficking, the shadow economy reportedly contributes more than 30% to the country's GDP. These illegal enterprises operate under the radar, facilitated by corruption at various levels of governance. Officials are bribed, cases are buried, and criminals walk free. This culture of impunity has bred a sense of hopelessness among the population, many of whom no longer believe justice is possible. One of the most disturbing aspects of the underground crime network is bonded labor, a modern form of slavery that still thrives in rural Pakistan. In the brick kilns of Punjab and Sindh provinces, entire families, including children, work from dawn to dusk under inhumane conditions. They are bonded by debts they can never repay, often passed down from one generation to the next. These laborers have no legal recourse and are frequently beaten or threatened if they try to escape. In the same regions, feudal landlords maintain private jails where dissenters and runaway laborers are held in brutal conditions. Despite laws against bonded labor, enforcement is weak, and the victims remain voiceless. Urban areas are no safer. Karachi, once known as the City of Lights, has become notorious for gang violence, extortion, and target killings. Armed groups linked to political parties operate like mini-militias, with their own territories and command structures. Over the years, these groups have been responsible for hundreds of deaths, with little intervention from law enforcement. Often, police are either complicit or too under-resourced to fight back. In Lahore and Rawalpindi, the drug trade is rampant. Heroin, hashish, and increasingly synthetic drugs are sold openly in some areas. Drug addiction, especially among the youth, has become a growing crisis. Rehabilitation centers are underfunded and often exploitative, offering little more than temporary shelter. According to estimates, Pakistan has more than 7 million drug users, making it one of the highest per capita rates in the world. The situation is no better for women and children. Gender-based violence is a harsh and unrelenting reality. In both rural and urban areas, domestic abuse, honor killings, forced marriages, and acid attacks are alarmingly common. Women who report crimes often face societal stigma, threats, or even further violence. The legal system rarely offers protection. Police stations are often hostile to female complainants, and convictions in such cases are rare. Children, too, are frequently exploited. Pakistan is one of the worst offenders in terms of child labor. From carpet factories to agriculture, from begging rings to sex trafficking, countless children are denied their right to a safe and secure childhood. Many are sold by desperate parents or abducted by trafficking rings that operate with shocking impunity. Pakistan's justice system, while constitutionally robust, suffers from chronic dysfunction. Courts are overburdened, with cases dragging on for decades. Legal procedures are complex and often inaccessible to the poor. Meanwhile, prisons are overcrowded and rife with abuse. Detainees, many of whom await trial, live in squalid conditions and are subject to torture and extortion. Corruption and nepotism further erode trust in state institutions. From police officers taking bribes to judges being influenced by political or religious pressure, the average citizen feels unprotected. As a result, informal systems of justice, such as jirgas or tribal councils, continue to flourish, especially in rural areas. These councils often deliver brutal and discriminatory punishments, such as stoning or forced marriages, under the guise of tradition. Yet, amid the darkness, there are sparks of resistance. Brave journalists, lawyers, and activists continue to fight for truth and accountability. Organizations like the Eddy Foundation provide humanitarian aid where the government fails. Women like Mukhtaran Mai, once a victim of gang rape ordered by a tribal council, have turned their trauma into activism. Her case shocked the world and brought attention to the abuses many women suffer in silence. Civil society is pushing back against the tide. Protests erupt when justice is denied, social media campaigns highlight abuses that would once have been buried, and younger generations are increasingly vocal about reform. There is a slow but growing awareness that change must come from within. The role of international influence also cannot be ignored. Billions in foreign aid have flowed into Pakistan, ostensibly to improve infrastructure, education, and security. Yet the effectiveness of this aid remains questionable. Too often, it ends up in the pockets of the elite while the poor see no tangible benefit. Foreign governments have also supported regimes that enabled some of these abuses, prioritizing strategic interests over human rights. Religious extremism further complicates the landscape. For decades, various extremist groups have been allowed to flourish, often with the tacit approval of elements within the state. Madrasas, religious schools, in some regions promote sectarianism and intolerance, turning young boys into foot soldiers for jihadist causes. Blasphemy laws are frequently weaponized against minorities, journalists, and reformers. In some cases, mere accusations have led to mob killings, with no repercussions for the perpetrators. This climate of fear affects everyone, regardless of class or creed. Minority communities, including Christians, Hindus, Ahmadis, and Shias, face discrimination, violence, and systemic marginalization.